Which one?
What do you need?
I don't know, the county, well, item number 5, the county put that on.
You remember what that was?
I thought I put that on,
I didn't think you
talking
did.
about the splash pad.
Splash pad. You gonna go out on that? You gonna go on that splash pad tomorrow morning?
But you can make a splash pad into another ice skating rink, but that's not what this is about. So I'm assuming that was my item. Mayor, do you want me to address it?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Thank you. We received a $70,000 contribution from a private individual 3 years ago about putting a splash pad in one of our parks. We thought that was great until we found out the actual cost. That it would take easily $200,000 to do a recirculating splash pad. If you don't do a recirculating splash pad, then you're dumping so much water into the sewer district that they want to charge a $900,000 impact fee for the splash pad. Plus, the Parks and Rec, Mark Brown said that he would probably need, whether it was recirculating or not, he would probably need to hire another person just to keep fixing it during the summertime when it was open. Because they're notorious for breaking down, and you have to check the water and make sure there's no germs and on and on.
Expensive, but
Very expensive. So I was wondering, either we give back the $70,000.
We never got them there, it was just a commitment.
Oh, it's a commitment?
We have no money on it.
I thought, hey, you counted it in the budget all these
I
years.
budgeted it as though it's coming in, but it's never,
Okay.
never got.
Well, anyway, that's still hanging out there. So
every
either-
year, right?
Either
That's not
we
an
say,
issue.
either we say, never mind, we can't do this, or we sit down and we say, okay, is this something that would be good for the valley? And yes, it's a lot of money, and it would take ongoing maintenance, but maybe if we got together with the railroad and the county and the city, and we put it in down by the railroad, it would help build, that area into that destination spot, and it could be used, through the spring, through the fall, and we could do some joint capital improvements and operations and maintenance on that. Is anybody interested?
I look at that, $70,000 is worth of investment, what's going to cost, not going to expense.
It is.
It's not, I was going to say, thank you very kindly, appreciate the offer, but it's too expensive to operate, to run the system, give them money back.
Take that out of our budget, don't put that in our
It's
budget.
not it.
Unless you want to give it to the county, how to close the pool, that's the thing I would do.
School district, not the county.
That's just school district.
Would the railroad think about that, Mr. Nelson? Because, the only way it can work is if it's not just one entity that does it. And, they're very popular as a tourism attraction in other places. So I'm not willing to let it go yet, but I wanted to talk about it here.
Or should we refer the donor to the county?
Well, it seems to me that it's part of a much bigger discussion and a much bigger discussion about where it would go and what else is around it.
Right, and we discussed it on our Main Street park, but I personally think that that is way too close to traffic to be such a draw, and we don't have the parking there to sustain it and make it a real destination thing. I was hopeful we could work with the county in all of their wonderful improvements down by the convention center, which is by the railroad, and maybe get a win-win-win. But it is the cost.
How much would it cost, did you say,
It's over $200,000 to build it.
to build it?
And then you have to have an operations and maintenance person that can fix it and do all the testing, and then there's that impact, yes.
Can we just turn the sprinklers on in the park? That's what my kids do.
Once it touches,
I'm oversimplifying that.
you have to run through the sewer system. You can't.
Maybe one other discussion is, are there some facilities that we could encourage the family to donate to that wouldn't be appropriate for the community, but not that particular?
Well, we've talked in the past about some type of heritage center or something somewhere. I mean, there's kind of an ongoing committee that hasn't met. Steve Farrell and I sit on that. At one point, we looked at possibly building some kind of heritage museum down in the corner of where the ball fields are now, and there might still be whatever. So what you're suggesting is possibly pushing
Maybe
that
we can
way.
give them some other ideas that may work well. I think they want something that
community
will
donated.
entertain kids.
Oh.
And the donor really liked the splash pad in the St. George area.
They got Google.
What's that?
They don't need it, the kids don't need a museum, they've got Google.
We could build a charging station. That would entertain them.
I think I'll just stand right there. A big screen at the airport.
Make the county think about that if you want to entertain, do something with it.
What kind of footprint does a splash pad get?
Oh, you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want.
What you're referring to in St. George, it's a beautiful little park. What's more attractive to me is not the splash pad, but it's the canal, the stream, and I see more kids playing in the stream when I've been there than the splash pad.
And that would be nice, wouldn't it? It would still have to be recirculated, so that would cut down on the impact fee.
But the difference, to me, the difference, St. George and here is the amount of time you can use it. You possibly could build a splash pad in St. George today. I bet you wouldn't be out there tonight.
It's a 90-day
Rick,
kind
why?
of thing. First week of June, and the work out.
Well, the St. George one's used a lot.
Yeah, but I'm talking about length of year that we can use
The
it.
Park City one is used a lot. They have it over Valley now.
The one with the gateway was.
And the gateway.
Okay, next one. Ron has a subject he wants to present in county, maybe about the airport. Someone I guess in the county spoke up too loud, Ron heard you.
Well, we appreciate the county having the hearing when we were doing all the discussion about the D2, C2. We've spent a lot of time since then, and we're trying hard. We've got some meetings coming up, but the bottom line is we get $150,000 of what's called entitlement money from the FAA. And we can use that for maintenance and whatever the airport needs. We have committed along the way to keep an airport forever. And the level of planes that are landing, the size of planes, whatever, we have a lot of C2 planes landing. Over 500 events a year, closer to 700 or 800 maybe. So the FAA is feeling like we definitely need to go to a C2. We've hired a high-level aeronautic attorney to try to help us with that issue. He stated very clearly in one of our meetings, they cannot make us go to a C2. The other level of funding is called discretionary. That is what it is. It's discretionary on the FAA's part. And our last runway overlay was about $1.5 million 2 years ago.
It's 3 million.
3 years ago now.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. That will occur every 15 to 25 years, depending on how our maintenance is done and whatnot. But then if we do the C2, the estimate's 30 million or so. Our local cost is roughly 5%, 4.68 or whatever. So if we go ahead with a C2, we're going to be paying $1.5 million for that new runway. If we just take the entitlement, when we have to do the runway redo, even as a D2 runway, we'll have to maybe pay it out of our entitlement, which will be $1 million or so short, or maybe all of it. So the bottom line, guys, folks, gals, county, city, is if we don't want to move toward a C2, let me add one more thing in, is the FAA is inclined in their comments and whatnot, they're giving us a lot of pushback because of our resolutions and stuff, that we're not showing a willingness to just go along to a C2. They haven't taken the steps yet, but they've done a lot of hinting that they may not give us any discretionary money in the future. So that means if we don't go C2, we may have to fund runway rehabs and maintenance and everything else out of the $150,000 a year, which is going to eventually be, we've got our airport manager working on a cost. He did a 20-year analysis just on the repaving, and that we were getting into several million. That's not counting the redo of the runway. So it's going to cost us a lot of money to stay B2. That's the bottom line. We could just say, okay, fine, throw our hands in the air, go to C2, but frankly, that affects the whole county. And there were comments made in that hearing from some of your council that, yeah, maybe there ought to be some way to help stay B2. If Heber has to pay all of it to stay, we may not be able. We may just have to go over for FA and go to C2. So I guess with that background, we're going to be into lots of expense just to maintain where we're at, let alone move forward. We've got some hard decisions as a council to make. Maybe we're going to have to go that way anyway. But I think without some help from the rest of the community that are affected, we probably are going to have a hard time hanging in there. That's just how I see it. So.
Well, you want to mention that we are working very strongly to make the airport as self-sustained as possible with the landing fee increases.
We have on our agenda for Thursday to raise the landing fees about double.
And we charge the highest payment rates right now in the state.
We're charging always really 10 for the hangars, the ground that the hangar people have hangars on. We're trying to make it more hospitable to new businesses, you know, to come with new leases. We're frankly in a bit of a battle on the present folks that are there to have them pay their share better. We're getting pushed back and legal costs, so we're doing all we can. And maybe it's a little like that medical issue. It's getting to be pretty onerous for the city. The easy way for us financially is just to go to a C2 and let the FA bankroll most of it. Our attorney, in some discussions at the region level, we have the Denver district, above that's the Seattle regional office. The regional office didn't seem to be aware of everything. We think maybe the district isn't sharing as much with the region as they should be. But to go out of Heber City and condemn in Daniel is something that the region may not be very willing to do. Hopefully, maybe, because we don't want to do that. But, so there it is. I don't know what you feel like you can do or should do or how it would even be put together. But in light of this municipal services thing, you know. I guess there's a lot of reasons to say we heard about all the big fancy homes up in Jordanelle. They probably will have planes. Maybe it ought to be a county airport.
We'll go to the county and think about that one when we discuss tonight. Okay. But that's a proposal on.
Yeah.
Last thing on the agenda, what we've been waiting for is Tony Kohler's presentation.
I guess, so who asked for this on the agenda and who's my audience?
You've got 2 minutes,
We're
Tony.
going to give the county an update on our general plan so you can understand what we're trying to do as a city. And we'll try and work together, support each other, and just try to give the county a good idea of where we're heading in the future.
Okay. And there's also a big screen here. Well, I think annexations is probably one issue. As far as our current zoning, this is our current zoning map, and I think most of you are aware that the city now encompasses all the property west of Mill Road, and then some on the south side. On the north side of Heber, we're not too far from our potential annexation area between the North Village near Coyote Lane and the Bassett properties. And then going back to our general plan, the two larger growth areas that we have are the north side of town up to Coyote Lane, between Smiths and Coyote Lane. And then secondly, the, I guess, IHC triangular area between Highway 40 Mill Road and 1200 South. So those are our two major growth areas that we have left. As far as the declared annexation area, we do have the square mile between 1200 East and 2400 East that is unlikely to annex, but that is still in our plan, in our general plan and annexation area. I know the county has certainly asked us to not annex that. With the developments that's there, we probably won't see that come to the city, but I don't know if there's any questions or comments from either the city or county. Yes?
What's your plan do to address transition from your higher density urban type into particularly the county? I mean, North Village has a little higher density on the north, but down south on Mill Road, we're all RA1. So what's your plan? How does it address that transition?
You mean right, you're talking right here, Mike?
Well, we got that notice just last week on that piece.
Okay. So in that particular area, we've, on our annexations, every development has an annexation agreement that the frontage of Mill Road will include a landscape berm and trail. That's one. On the other issues, as far as relating to land use, we would work with developers to increase density as much as we can, or I'm sorry, decrease density moving towards the periphery. One of the developments that we have, the developers done that on another zone change that the City Council will see here in the next month or so. The Planning Commission has recommended that even though other uses are permitted in the zone, they have asked the developer to sign an agreement that the densities will decrease to no more than quarter-acre lots and only include single-family housing for about 600 feet next to Mill Road. So that's kind of what our Planning Commission has recommended. Now, I don't know if the City Council is going to reject or accept in part or what, but that's, our Planning Commission is certainly sensitive to that. We did have neighbors at the public hearing last week who were there. I don't know if they're totally satisfied, but the Planning Commission did hear those concerns and recommended what they felt was a good compromise. Is there other issues that you would recommend, Mike? Or?
Well, no, I know that concern. I've had phone calls that there's been concern. Even RA1 is a semi-rural. I mean, they have animal rights and other things, and there's concerns that if higher densities move in next to them, then there's the complaints of the smells and the flies. And we already have that down at 6 South. We actually had a petition generated by Heber City residents against the neighbor across the street on Mill Road because his horses had flies. And really? So it's a somewhat sensitive issue to some of those people, and yet they love looking at that person's flies open space and the person's flies and livestock and so forth, but they don't want flies.
I think, generally, at least where the Planning Commission is coming from is I don't think we want to exactly repeat what we've done in the 6 South area. I think what the Planning Commission envisions is more of a softer interface. So up here where Mill Road Estates is, Hat Creek, the interface is basically a building lot and then a fence. And the vision down here is more that we would have a landscape berm, landscaping that separates the houses, so that you almost don't even know what's on the other side of the berm, and that there's a bigger separation.
Well, quarter-acre lots would be bigger too than what's been done. So,
Yeah, and those range, you know, in Mill Road Estates, those are quarter. I think Hack Creek is closer to your 5th acre size, but yeah. But it certainly is this, you know, any of the city council have any thoughts, or other members of the county council, or?
Well, I'm doing what I can. I vote against increased density.
Certainly.
Just like vote. That's what I will.
Yeah.
I think that we just have to realize that all the density's already been given away before I ever came on to the council, and it's really frustrating that we can't roll that back. We can't downzone. People continue to ask for upland, right, on a new annexation. A lot of that has been given by previous councils and sometimes on this council by majority votes, but we can't downzone now. And the promise of the form-based code was to blend into the county. And it's not going to happen with the densities that have already been given by previous city councils and even previous county councils. So I wish we could blend in. Don't know how to do it because we don't have the money to buy the density from the developments that those already been granted.
no, but every annexation gives increased density.
That is the way it has been by a majority vote on this city council and previous city councils. I have not voted that way.
And I think as far as annexation, the first part of my discussion, really what I wanted to emphasize is, you know, as we've talked with the county said, hey, please do not annex east of Mill Road. Now, if that really holds true, as far as annexations, we don't have a whole lot left as far as annexations. Really, the area that we have major annexations left is between the Smiths area and Coyote Lane. So we're not going to see that.
With the Bassett, where's the Bassett sit in there?
So Bassett is this, yeah, Bassett's
It's the purple, okay.
It's the purple.
I mean, what's the blue
Just
there?
did the wood annexation.
No,
That's east of Mill Road.
well, right, but that's the one, right, that
That
happened last
just
year.
happened.
Oh, right. But I guess the point I made is since the Wicks annexation happened, there's been 2 or 3 other annexations near 2400 South Mill Road that have occurred that have brought the boundary to Mill Road. And I guess my main point is if we've had the discussion over the years that you don't, the county doesn't want the city to go beyond Mill Road. So there will, if that holds true, then there's no more annexations in this area. Did I hear a comment there?
The Huckleberry annexation's been approved, I don't know if it's been recorded yet. That's the Giles and Vizio drawings. They're on 24 as well.
So I guess the idea of kind of going to a 1/4 acre land use pattern near Mill Road, the landscaping, is there any other ideas that the county would throw out as far as compatibility there? I mean, do we need to put notice of right to farm on our subdivision plats? Like notice across the street you have cows?
How are we going to address it? Because there are some residents along there. How are we going to address sidewalks and other things? Because, I mean, we just went through a big fight up on Mill Road up north to do that. We're going to end up with the same issue down south. We have homes already established along there, but we're going to put a higher density that really will demand a higher pedestrian traffic network. How are we going to do it?
Well, I can speak to the west side. What the vision that we've put forth is to have a trail, and that was one of the issues the residents in the area had, is how are we going to get all these students to the school, up to the elementary. And so the thought is eventually we'll have a trail along here. I myself, I think we, you know, and I may be the only one in the room that feels this way, but I think as a city, I think we do a disservice to the character of the neighborhood on the periphery of the city when we do curb, gutter, and sidewalk on both sides. It becomes more urban feeling, and so, you know, just thinking aloud, I wonder, well, maybe on one side we do the sidewalk and the trail, on the west side, or on the east side, Even though it's in our right of way, I think maybe we need to visit more with the county and the citizens to see what we can do to help maintain kind of the rural feel. But that's, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way in here.
I guess my question was more, there's already some homes there.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna run a trail and stop at that property and then go on the other side of the property and run another trail? Because the developer isn't developing all the property along the road.
That was a big discussion in our meeting.
And that's where the issues arise, is
Okay.
the people that already live there. And
Well, we've tried to address some of that through annexation agreements that put some of that responsibility on those requesting annexation to improve those houses that are drug in or already developed, so that we do have continuity. We have one issue there where there's an undeveloped property that the council ultimately said, when that develops, they'll have to put that in, but we're not going to require the people annexing to put it in before it develops.
so how do the kids get to school?
What's that question? The good developer.
I guess the problem comes is, if you're gonna annex something, there ought to be a plan in place to address that. Otherwise, maybe don't annex it. Because and there may never be a sidewalk there if that other property likes to farm. May never be there. But yet, there could be a whole lot of homes to the south of there that got to get to the north of there. And somehow, we need to incorporate that into the planning system that, through both of us, both the county and the city, we're developing these types of pedestrian plans so that people have a place to go. There's not a whole lot of demand for sidewalk when it's an acre lot. It just isn't. But we see a lot of demand when we start getting homes put together. And the county has places that, even in cobblestone, even though that's an acre average density, we put all the homes together. And when we did that, it generated a huge pedestrian demand. So we're experiencing it too. It's not different for us. It's the same.
Mike, I think you bring up a good point. Right now, our intent on the west side is to have pedestrian access, whether it's sidewalk or trail, on Mill Road specifically, all along there, one way or another. But where most likely it looks like right now, the county's going to control everything on the east side. I would want to ask that when it develops in the county, that whoever, you're planning or whoever works with us, because we do have the road and right of way. So whatever goes in on the east side matches up and is compatible.
But see, we've got the same issue. There's maybe 2 parcels in there that really aren't developed.
Yeah.
There are 5-acre home lots along there that really people aren't planning on developing, as well as 1 acre. And then there's parcels in between the church piece that's about 20 acres. I would suspect that at some point they would want to develop that into a higher density type development. They don't want to farm it forever.
Yeah.
But we've got these spaces in between that I'm not going to go into their homes and tell them they have to pay for a sidewalk that they didn't ask for.
Right.